What's up guys, the Cooper Carbine is the brand new assault rifle released in Call of Duty Vanguard. This can be unlocked on tier 15 of the battle pass for free, so it won't take long to get your hands on this weapon. However, to get this up to max level, you need to get it up to level 70 to get every attachment. We're going to go over every attachment you can get on the Cooper Carbine and specifically go over what I think the best setup is going to be for Vanguard Zombies. So if you enjoy this weapon guide, you want to check out more like this one, remember to click subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss an upload. Let's get into it. Alright, so starting off first with the muzzles you can get on the Cooper Carbine. We have the G28 compensator, the F8 stabilizer, the MX silencer, cord muzzle brake, mercury silencer, T1 flash hider, and the recoil booster. These are all the muzzles for the Cooper Carbine. Now when it comes to the muzzles for the Cooper Carbine, a lot of them are going to affect your range, sprint to fire time, and your recoil, and so we ended up deciding to go with the F8 stabilizer. This is of course going to give us a boost to range, a reduction in sprint to fire time, but we do get a horizontal recoil boost as well as a decrease to hip fire accuracy. So we're going to go with the F8 stabilizer. Alright, so next up, moving on to the barrel. For the Cooper Carbine, we have the 22 Cooper Custom, the 8 Ragdoll Short, 18 Ragdoll G45, as well as the 14 Gracie Rapid. These are going to be all the barrels for the Cooper Carbine. Now a lot of the barrels on different guns in Vanguard, especially for zombies, do drastically change the gun. Your barrel can affect things like fire rate, sprint to fire time, recoil, hip fire accuracy, range, bullet velocity. So making sure you have the right barrel is definitely going to be important. For the Cooper Carbine, we decided to go with the 22 Cooper Custom. This is of course going to give us an increase to fire rate, a decrease to sprint to fire time, but we do get an increase in vertical and horizontal recoil, as well as a reduction in hip fire accuracy. This is, I think, going to be the best overall barrel you can use for the Cooper Carbine. Alright, so next up, moving on to the optics, and we do have a lot, so I'll try to get through these quick. For the Cooper Carbine, you can get the monocular reflector, the MK8 reflector, ZC2 135X lens, ZF4 3.5 rifle scope, the MK3 sun filter, plate reflector, G16 2.5X, Nidar Model 47, ZF41 7X telescopic, the M19 4X flip, the SVT40 PU scope 3 to 6X, Saturn 135X lens, the 1229 Slate 3.25X custom, MK3 reflector, the MK12 night vision, the Type 99 10X telescopic, the MK18 sun filter, M38 Slate 2.5X custom, MK3 mod 2 sun filter, the 1913 variable scope, as well as the Type 97 5X telescopic scope. Now there's tons of optics for a lot of the guns in Vanguard. Some of them do affect your stats slightly, however most of it is just personal preference. We decided to go with the G16 2.5X. This is going to give us a decrease to aim down sights time, but we do get a boost to vertical horizontal recoil as well as idle sway control. And this is going to make a big difference once we choose our magazine later on, and you'll see about that. Next up, moving on to the stocks. Now the stocks for the Cooper Carbine, you can get the Cooper 45RS, the Ragdoll G45 skeletal, Cooper Custom padded, Cooper 45W, or you can remove the stock. These are all the stock attachments for the Cooper Carbine. Now for the Cooper Carbine, your stocks are going to affect your movement speed, sprint to fire time, aim down sight time, as well as your recoil and hip fire accuracy. So the stock we decided to go with for the Cooper Carbine is going to be Cooper 45W. This is going to give us a decrease to movement speed, but it's going to give us a big bump in vertical and horizontal recoil. And again, once we get to the magazine, you'll see why we really need that. Alright, next up, moving on to the underbarrel. All the underbarrel attachments for the Cooper Carbine, you can get the Mark 6 skeletal, Carver foregrip, SMLE pistol grip, M1930 strife angled, M3 ready grip, the GF59 flashlight, bipod, bayonet, or the M1941 hand stop. These are all the underbarrel attachments for the Cooper Carbine. Now when it comes to the underbarrel, all your attachments are mainly going to affect your aim down sights time, your recoil, hip fire accuracy. So with that being said, we decided to go with the M1941 hand stop. This is of course going to give us again another boost of vertical and horizontal recoil, and we will get a slight decrease in hip fire accuracy. Now next up, moving on to the magazine. Magazines are huge in Call of Duty Vanguard for some reason. A lot of the damage is actually tied to your magazine instead of your barrel like Cold War was. So for the magazine attachments we have for the Cooper Carbine, we have the 30 carbine 45 round mag, the .45 25 round mag, 9mm 60 round drum, .30 carbine 20 round mag. These are all the magazine attachments for the Cooper Carbine. Now if you actually inspect, you'll see that a lot of them are very drastic of what they actually will affect. Anything from damage, firing range, rate, bullet velocity, movement speed, aim down sight speed, recoil, magazine size. All of these are affected by your magazine, so choosing the right one is definitely going to be important. If you choose one that has a higher damage output and higher magazine size, you're going to get a significant decrease to accuracy. However, if you go the other route, if you get a significant increase into recoil, you're going to get a significant decrease in damage. So you really can't have the best of both worlds with this. And so with that being said, we decided to go with the 45 round mag for the Cooper Carbine. Now this is going to give us a damage increase, range increase, bullet velocity increase, as well as magazine for starting ammo, ammo capacity. However, we do get a decrease in fire rate, movement speed, aim down sights time, vertical and horizontal recoil, as well as hip fire. So again, that's why a lot of the attachments before, we wanted to make sure we stockpiled on recoil, so that way it kind of balances itself out. So the .30 carbine 45 round mag is what we chose for the Cooper Carbine. And finally, moving on to the rear grip for the Cooper Carbine, all the attachments you can get are the hatch grip, rubber grip, leather grip, fabric grip, groove grip, polymer grip, taped grip, granular grip, stippled grip, or the pine tar grip. These are all the rear grips for the Cooper Carbine. Now, your rear grips are going to affect your recoil, your aim down sights time, ADS walking speed, as well as hip fire accuracy. So with that being said, with all the other attachments in play, we decided to go with the pine tar grip. This is going to give us a decrease to aim down sight time slightly, but we will get an increase to vertical, horizontal recoil, as well as hip fire accuracy. So if we put all of that together for the Cooper Carbine, every attachment that I think is going to make it the best loadout you can use for Vanguard Zombies. For the muzzle, we're going to go with the F8 stabilizer. For the barrel, the 22 Cooper Custom. For the optic, we're going to go with the G16 2.5X. The stock, we're going to go with the Cooper 45W. The underbarrel, we're going to go with the M19 41 handstop. The magazine, we're going to go with the .30 carbine 45 round mag. And for the rear grip, we're going to go with the pine tar grip. This is what I think the best Cooper Carbine setup is going to be for Vanguard Zombies. If you guys use something different than this setup, let me know in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on the Cooper Carbine in Vanguard Zombies? If you want to check out more weapon guides like this one, remember to click subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss an upload. You can also catch me live on twitch.tv/Speer Gaming, and I also do post on TikTok, short guides as well as other games. Link in the description if you want to check it out. And if you want to know what the best shotgun in the game for Vanguard Zombie is and how to build it, be sure to click the icon on screen now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.